Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hello again. So this is my channel. I love to do DIYs on a budget, Dollar Tree DIYs, thrift flips, farmhouse, rustic wreaths, and also seasonal decor. So if you like what you see here, you know what to do. Hit that red subscribe button. I would love to have you. Also, leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think, and give me a thumbs up. That helps my channel grow. You can also follow me over on Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok, and I'm getting Facebook, so that's coming up. And also, I have a wreath shop. It's called Krista's Wreath Designs. It is an Etsy shop. I will have all those links down below. But today is all about Easter DIYs, and our hosts are 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, Rustic and Lace DIY, and then Crafty Hints, and those are the co-hosts. More about that in a minute, but first DIY number 1. So the first DIY, I took one of these rounds that you get in a pack at Hobby Lobby. The stencil I got off Amazon, a whole bunch of ribbons that I already had in my stash, and then some floral picks from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to use white chalk paint, antique wax, the pink that you see there. And first thing I'm going to do is take my baby wipe, and I am just going to spread that antique wax all over my round, front and back. And what this is going to do is it's going to stain my round for me. So really simple. Then I took my stencil that I got on Amazon, and I'm just taking a stencil brush, and I am going to stencil in Hop On In, which is super cute with the little bunny butt. So I'm just using the white chalk paint for the bunny, and then the feet, I'm going to use that pink paint, and I can't remember what kind of pink paint I used. It was folk art though, and I will make sure I have that down below for you. But I think it's something antique. It might be antique pink. I'm not sure. But yeah, I did the feet, and then the Hop On In, I ended up using my pale yellow color, so it was a really light yellow that I used. This is also a folk art paint. I get all my paints at Hobby Lobby, so, and then the chalk paint I always get at Walmart. So, and you just make sure you don't have a lot of paint on your brush when you use these kinds of stencils, because it can bleed through underneath, and you don't want that, because then it won't look like a crisp image. And there it is. Really cute, isn't it? So then I made a messy bow, we call these, and I just took bunches of strips of different kind of ribbon that you saw in the beginning, and I just put them in an X, and then I tied it up in the middle, and now I'm just sticking a little piece of a flower that I had that was pink, and now I'm gonna stick one of these eggs that I also got from Hobby Lobby in a package. And now these floral picks I got from the dollar store. So these are super, super cute. I love these picks. I haven't seen them out this year though yet. Maybe yours does, but mine hasn't gotten them in yet. But they do come out for the spring, and I always stock up on them because they're so pretty and realistic, just like Hobby Lobby's. They're very good quality. And then I took one of these picks that had the little yellow on it, because I have a little bit of yellow on here for my sign, and I just used some of this yellow baby's breath. It looks like baby's breath, so that's what I'm going to call it. And I just stuck that in as well. And that was it for this DIY. This was super easy, you guys, and not expensive at all. The rounds you get, like, I think 4 in a pack at Hobby Lobby, and when they have 40% off, it's a good deal. So there you go. And I'm going to sell this at my craft show that's coming up. So I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. So today is Easter DIYs. Like I said, 6 Kids and a Glue Gun is the host, Crafty Hints is the co-host, and Rustic and Lace. There's also going to be a playlist down below with a whole bunch of talented ladies. Make sure you go check everyone out. The link will be in my description box. So now I'm going to take this hop sign from the Dollar Tree, the wire frame from the Dollar Tree, and also the bunny butt. I love saying that. It's so funny. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I am going to chalk paint with the white chalk paint by Waverly first, my little bunny butt. And I am going to, okay, I'll stop saying that. So then I'm just going to paint them all up. Then what I did is I took the same pink paint that I used in the other DIY that you just saw, and I'm using one of these round spongy brushes that you get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm using the small one and then the medium one, and I'm making the feet on the bottom, like the little, you know, parts of the paw of the bunny. And I don't know what you would call them, but yeah, the paw. And I'm just bringing those out a little bit more and making it look really super cute. And I think these are perfect to use for circles if you're looking to make any type of like dots or anything on your projects. So then I'm going to use this silver by Waverly. It's steel color and it's a chalk paint, and I'm just dabbing it, dry brush, and just dabbing it and making my little bunny tail like more realistic with a little bit of like dirt on it, like he's been digging in the dirt. And I'm going to do that on the paws as well. And I just think this brought it out so much more and made it look so cute. So I really like it. This is a super cute one. I think this one is my favorite. So then I took the hop sign and I just wanted to use the H and the P. So I'll save the bunny for another project. I never throw anything out. And I just used my little knife that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I just kept scoring it with it, and they came right apart very easily. And then I'm going to use my black chalk paint by Waverly. It's ink, and I am going to paint the H and the P with that chalk paint. Next, I'm going to take this fabric, also from the Dollar Tree. This is the buffalo check fabric. They always have this fabric. And I am just going to cut it out just for the ears. And that's what I'm going to use for my ears. So then I just cut it out how much I needed, and then I cut it down between the two, so I kind of like measured it out so it was even. And then I'm just going to put a little bead of glue underneath the rim of the frame of the bunny ears, and I'm just going to keep doing that all the way up and folding over my fabric till I get to the top, and then I'm just going to cut off the excess. And these make the cutest little ears, you guys. So easy and super fun to make. So I thought this was another cute way to kind of use these frames from the Dollar Tree, because there's so many different ways you could do this. I mean, I've seen people do the rope one. I've seen, just using your mesh. I've seen, just all kinds. And I thought this was really cute. And I like the buffalo check look. I think it's super fun too for Easter. And it's so neutral. So like if you don't like a lot of the Eastery colors, you can go with this. And it's a little bit more neutral for your house. And yeah. And then after that's all glued off, I just trimmed off the excess that I didn't need. Super easy. So there's that one, and then I did the same thing to the other one. Now I'm going to take the bunny butt, and I am going to use these little, what these are is they're called cable ties. You can get them at any store, but I got mine on Amazon. They're in my Amazon link down below, my Amazon shop. You can pick those up there. They're very cheap, and this is how I attached the frame. So I just took a zip tie, and I held the frame down to the back of the bunny, and then I just put my little zip ties in between my little cable ties and tied it down. And this will keep it secure, tight, and it will not go anywhere. Super easy, you guys. And these cable ties, you get like 100 of them, and they're really cheap. And I use them a lot because I'm a wreath maker. Like I said, I have a wreath shop. It's my Etsy shop, and that link will be down below as well. And I sell these in my shop. So there you go. And then I'm going to just take, for my H and my P, I'm going to take some wood super glue from the Dollar Tree. I love this glue, you guys. Super great. And then I use that for a permanent hold. And then for the hold, for a quick hold, I used also the hot glue. So I used both. And I wanted to make sure that this H and P is going to stay. And then the tail is the O. Isn't it cute? I love it. So then this is how you make the messy bows that I did in the other one. So now I'm using scrap pieces of fabric, and I'm just using this Bodabra, and I am just taking it and I'm looping it over. I'm just going to keep looping it until how big I want it. These are just strips of fabric that I just cut and ripped, and this makes like a raggedy bow, and I love these bows because they're so rustic and so pretty. And I'm also sticking in some of my lace that I had ribbon that I got from, and right now, you guys, I don't know if you missed it or not, but Hobby Lobby has all their lace ribbon in the his and hers where the wedding stuff is, and it's orange stickered. So I got a whole bunch. I stocked up on it because I make a lot of these kind of bows, and it's really easy, to get them for 99 cents instead of $4.99. I mean, you really got to pick the stuff up when you see it. And I just did that with a whole bunch of different ribbon that matched what I'm making. And then I just took my twine, and I had that on the bottom, and you just bring it up and you tie it in a double knot, and then cut the excess off, and there's your raggedy bow. And then whatever fabric is sticking out or isn't even, I just trim it up, and then you just kind of move it around, fluff it up, make it look nice and raggedy. And then I stuck that on the top between the tail and the little bunny ears. Super cute. And then I stuck another one of these little flowers that I had in my stash in the center. And that was it for this DIY, you guys. This came out so cute. I absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. So now DIY number 3. This also was another fun one. I took a scrap piece of wood that my husband cut for me. I have a whole bunch of scraps wood, but you could get wood from the Dollar Tree. They have tons of it too. Some ribbon, some Spanish moss, and some of these picks that I had. And then a napkin from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use white Waverly chalk paint. And the first thing I'm going to do is, and Mod Podge, sorry about that. That's for the napkin. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint my scrap piece of wood with that white chalk paint, and I paint the whole thing, and then I'm going to cut out a piece of this napkin. Now these napkins are from the Dollar Tree. They're in the spring section of your Dollar Tree, should be. And I'm going to use a piece of it. I took one of the layers off, and you just want to have the one layer, and then I put some Mod Podge down, and I'm just going to smooth that out on my piece of wood, and then I'm going to take the napkin and I'm going to put that on top, and I'm going to smooth that out. And it's just to make sure you know that you don't have any wrinkles or anything. And you just do it real gently. You can also put saran wrap on top, and that also will help smooth it out. Then I just took my little sanding tool, and I am just going to sand off all the excess once that Mod Podge dries, because you don't want to rip it. You don't want to rip your napkin, so just make sure it's dry. And then I just went around the edges, and there you go. Then, of course, I went over the top of it as well to seal the napkin so it doesn't rip and it stays on really well. And then once that dries, I'm going to use one of these bunnies from the garlands that you get at the Dollar Tree. And these picks I got, actually, it was a pick from the Dollar Tree, and I just used these. And I just took a couple off of one of them, and I'm just going to glue them down on the side of my bunny. And then for the 2 holes that are in the bunny for the garland, the one hole, I just stuck one of my little enamel dots that you could get from the Dollar Tree for the eye. And it's a perfect eye, you guys. And then you'll see in a minute what I'm going to do with the other hole. And then I just took some Spanish moss, put glue down at the bottom, and I just stuck that down at the bottom with some glue. And then I trimmed it up so it looks nice. And then I'm going to take my bunny and I am going to glue that on next. And I just used hot glue to glue the bunny down because it's really thin, so it's going to stay. And then for that other little hole, I just made a tiny little bow, messy bow, and I put that on the top, and then a little flower in the center of my bunny. And I think this turned out so cute, you guys. And this was super easy to make. So let me know what you guys think about that one too. Now DIY number 4, this is the last one. And what I'm doing is I am going to take some ink, chalk paint, and also the white chalk paint. One of these napkin holder rings from Hobby Lobby, the HOP that I got from Hobby Lobby as well, and then this sign is from the Dollar Tree. And the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to paint this whole thing. Now they have these at the Dollar Tree. I love the wood stuff that they're coming out with at the Dollar Tree because there's so many things you could do with it, guys. And it's really good quality too. And then I went around the edges with my steel paint by Waverly. I just wanted to make this look more rustic and farmhouse kind of. So I just went around the whole thing and dry brushed the edges, and then I dry brushed the whole thing. So first I went around the edges with the steel paint, and then I went over the whole thing. And this came out so cute too. I absolutely love it. And I saw someone do something similar to this, but they didn't use the Dollar Tree sign. I thought, I could do that with the Dollar Tree sign. And I did. So yeah, it's always great to see other people and what they do because you get inspiration from each other, and it's a great thing. And then I just took my, where the shiplap is, I wanted to make sure you could see that. So I went over it with my little thin brush and dry brushed that so you could see the shiplap, because that, I love that. And then I just went over the whole thing. Like I said, I just dry brushed the whole thing. And I left this all in there so you guys could see how I dry brush. And if you go a little heavy in some spots, don't worry, you can sand it with your sander and it'll lighten it right up. So that's what I did. And then I went around and I just sanded a little bit where it was too dark, and I just kind of made everything kind of blend and kind of go together the way it should be. Then I took the H, the O, and the P, and I am going to use my ink paint, which is the black paint by Waverly, chalk paint, and I just went over both sides of them. And then I glued them down with my super glue and also my hot glue. So that's the super glue from the Dollar Tree. It's super glue wood glue, which I love. I swear by it. It works so well. And then I just did the same thing. And it's cheap, you guys. It's only $1.25 for this glue. And it works just as good as the Gorilla wood glue. So, and I did the same thing to all of them. And then I did the H and the P first because I wanted to make sure the O was in the middle where it needed to be. That's how I kind of do things. Just so, because I eyeball it and I want to make sure everything's even. So, and that was it for this one. And then all I did is I took that napkin ring that has the little bunny ears on it and I cut them off. And now I'm going to attach them to the top of the O. So they have the little indentation where they come in for the ring, and I still wanted that for the ears because that makes them like kind of perk up a little bit and not be so flat. So I glued a little bead of glue and made sure that they came in like that still, because once you cut them, they come apart. And then I glued them to the top of the O, and look how cute that is. I love this. And you know what else I thought I should have did after, which I might do, is like cut out some of my fabric that I had left over, the buffalo check, and put like little paw prints on there, and just cut out some little paw prints and put them on the side of the sign as well. And I think that would be really cute too. So there it is, you guys. I hope you guys like everything. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to check out the playlist and the host and the co-host channels. They're all linked down below. And I want you to remember to always stay crafty, and don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. And I want to thank you again for watching. Bye.